Next, my point is, I want to store the data in the database, sir. Yes, that's what I wanted. I want to store the data in the database. Can we store the data in the database? Yes.
Yes.
So the same application, what I can do it, I can store the data in the database. Hit screen. Good. Sir, just simple application. I'll show you then. Same story, same application, sir. I want to work it. So instead of create, I'll create one more, sir. I'll remove this. I'll not remove it. I'll copy paste it. But don't do like you people. Okay. Right. Web application. Just I'm giving example. So why copy? Because everything it will be there, sir. No doubt about it. Whatever I design now. But I want to store the data in the database. If you want to store the data in the database, what we can require, sir? Util class is required. Yes or no? Let me write a proper manner. Look at sir. First steps. Steps to develop what? Steps to develop the Surrey web application. Steps to develop Surrey application. All right. JDBC. Right. MySQL. Steps to develop application. Step number one. Step number one, always, sir, please create a database table. Create a database table. So what is the table you want to create? Just student application, sir. Student table I'm creating. Student number, student name, student address. Student number, student name, student address. Step number two, please create a Maven project. Maven Maven web project. Add the dependencies. Add the dependencies. Got it? So what are the dependencies you're adding here? MySQL jar file. Are you clear, everyone? Please.
Yes.
You're working with MySQL database, right? Step number three. What is step number three? Create a Pojo class. Create Pojo class. Or I can say Java class. Create a Pojo class, or I can say Java class. Create Pojo, plain old Java added object. Create Pojo class, Pojo or Java class. So in this class, sir, just you can try to specify my student fields. In the database, what are the columns you're having? Same fields you can try to take it. Student number, student name, student address. Are you clear? Step number four. To create create property file. Create a property file. ఇంకా బాగా మారుస్తాను application ని. Create property file. Create a property file. So create property file. This file contains configuration details. This file contains configuration details like driver class name. Yes or no? Please understand. Driver class name, driver URL, username, and password. So minimum required, madam. Are you clear, please? Yes.
Yes.
Good. So next, now we can try to go for connection manager, sir. What is the next step? Connection manager. ఇలా స్టెప్ బై స్టెప్ రాసుకోవాలమ్మా. Step number 4. Step number 5. Connection manager. Connection manager. Or I can say JDBC utility class. Connection manager, manager manager, or we can say JDBC utility class. JDBC utility class. JDBC utility class. Connection manager, JDBC utility class. Are you clear? Step number 5, connection manager, and JDBC utility class, connection manager and JDBC utility class. Good. So here what we can do is please establish a connection. So driver registration. What I can do? This class understanding this class contains driver registration, driver registration and interact with establish a connection with database software. Establish connection with database software. Database software information. I'll show you the practically. Yes, you know already written. Step number 6. Good. So now we can try to write interface here. What is interface? Create a DAO interface, data access object interface, DAO interface. Right? This interface we can try to call technically DAO layer, DAO layer. Okay. Now let me try to write one interface student DAO ఎందుకంటే నేను ఇదే రాస్తున్నా కాబట్టి right student DAO then you can try to specify what is the method we are using boolean then what is the next one please get sorry register data right register just write like register method or you can try to use add a student your wish madam ఎప్పుడులాగా రాస్తా అంటే రాయండి మీ ఇష్టం కానీ మారుతుందండి register student clear now here then student object okay so this is the interface madam are you clear everyone please
Yes.
so once you have interface no doubt implementation class is required or not yes or no
Yes.
right so step number 7 create DAO implement interface implementation class right now here I can write student DAO IMPL implements student DAO student implement student DAO next please so create DAO interface what about next one please create a DAO interface implementation class student DAO implementing right so implement a business method implement the methods here what are the methods you implement register are you clear everyone please
Yes, sir.
done so these are 7th step so next what is the next step madam please
Student details.
ఇంకా ఇక్కడ స్టూడెంట్ ఇంకా డీటెయిల్స్ అవసరం లేదమ్మా కంట్రోల్ రాస్తాం సపరేట్ కదా ఇప్పుడు
Okay.
ఇక్కడ ఏం చేస్తారంటే ఇక్కడ రాసిన తర్వాత మీకు ఐడి మొత్తం క్లారిటీ ఉండాలండి ఒక ఫామ్ డిజైన్ చేసుకుంటున్నది అది చేసుకుని అప్లికేషన్ వెళ్తారన్నమాట ఎప్పుడైనా సరే డిజైనింగ్ మనకి రెడీగా ఉంటే మీకు తెలుస్తుంది ఏం చేయాలనుకుంటున్నారని రైట్ స్టెప్ నెంబర్ 7 స్టెప్ నెంబర్ 8 ఏంటి నెక్స్ట్ design student form are you clear create a student form create or generate or create or generate or develop student form create generate develop student form right so just you can design the form like this right next submit next one Emma next step last one once it's submitted then control is required or not step 9 what is step 9 write a servlet class. Write generate a servlet class. I can say servlet class, or you can say controller. Generate a controller. Right. This class, what exactly is doing? Fetch the information, get the information from the form, and process to servlet DAO implementation class. DAO implementation class. Right. So now you know very well. Let's go to here. CG 101. Yes. Tables already displayed table is there, so I not require worry about sir. మొత్తం create a table, then student. Let me try to table is ready now. Step 2, create a project, add the dependencies. Now can I try to add the dependencies in the format.xml file? Yes. Project object model sir. Here these are the dependencies. Okay, here what are the dependencies we can try to add? MySQL connector. How to add it? Let's look at here. MySQL Maven see dependency like this. Are you clear? Then it comes like this. Now add this dependency. That's it, sir. We're adding like this. It will connect to the repository. It will connect the repository and downloading the jar element. Download. So we are not required to add now. Just if you're adding the dependency, that's what I use the word like dependency. Done. Work is completed, madam. Added. Fine. So next step, dependency is ready now. What is the next step? Property file, madam. What is the property file? Please create it. What is the property file creation, sir? Right click on this. New first package create props. Props. Next time, config. Yes or no? Configuration file. Config. Right. So let me complete first two things. Property file. What exactly property containing? Look at now. So let me create one file. app.properties. Properties done. So here you can really specify the properties, sir. Now driver class. I am using driver class. Okay, driver class. What the class name? Driver class name. You can try to type here, sir. Com dot MySQL dot JDBC dot
cj.jdbc.driver.
CJ dot JDBC dot right. That's it. Next URL. So you can try to specify JDBC colon MySQL colon localhost. Next 3306 sir.
Suchi IT1.
3306. Port number వేయాలి
Okay.
not 80 101 done. This schema name. Right.
Root.
If you want username రాసుకోవచ్చు మీరు ఇక్కడ username you name అని రాసి ఇక్కడ
Okay.
then root షార్ట్ కట్ పెట్టుకోవచ్చు మీకు అర్థమయ్యేటట్టుగా నేను ఏదో మీకు అర్థం కావాలని మొత్తం రాసాను ఇక్కడ అంతే యూ నేమ్ పాస్వర్డ్ root. So this is the file what we can try to create it, sir. Done. Save it. See the source like this. Class name, URL, username, and password. Switch ID కట్ చేసానా చూద్దాం ఒకసారి.
Suchi 101 లోని సెర్చ్ చేసింది.
SUCHI 101 స్పెల్లింగ్ తప్ప SUCHI switch ID అని రాసాను కదా
Suchi
101. Okay, fine. Done. So what I can do that now? Yes, let's start to go configuration file. The configuration file already I designed the previously, so that can I use that one, ma'am, please?
Okay, sir.
Right. Thank you. Let me use it. ఇక్కడ మార్పులు చేస్తా కొద్దిగా. Right. Done. గెట్ సి మొత్తం సేమ్ అమ్మా. ఇక్కడ ఏం చేస్తామంటే వి షుడ్ బి గెట్ దట్ డ్రైవర్ మేడం. ఇక్కడ డ్రైవర్ అవసరం లేదు. ఎలా చేసుకుంటాం? ప్రాపర్టీ ఫైల్, ప్రాపర్టీస్. ప్రాపర్టీస్ ఇస్ అవర్ డేటా స్ట్రక్చర్ మ్యామ్. ప్రాపర్టీస్. Properties. Right. So now we can try to use pro dot load method now. Load method. So what exactly doing in load method? File input stream. File input stream. So here just we try to specify the file name. What is the file name? Where exactly my property file is available. Are you clear? So entire this location we are trying to keeping this here. There is a technique. Are you understand, please?
Yes.
Right. So what will happen? Yes, it will be loaded, sir. The property file, what is the data you're having? Just entire this one. Yes, it will be loaded. Okay. New file input stream like this. Still error is coming. It means that okay. Right. So now load method. Load method throws an exception, guys. Throws secret exception. I file not found exception. Okay. Now ఇక్కడ ఏం చేస్తాం అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఇంకా డ్రైవ్ ఇది రాయం ఇంక మనం. What we write, right? Register driver pro dot get method. So what is the key, ma'am? Please. Key ఏంటి?
What?
The driver class. అదే రాస్తుంది మనం. See driver class. So based on this key, we get this value, whatever we are having. Are you clear, please? Right. So get value. Now, here one thing should we understand here, the new. So one thing here, key class name we are getting, ma'am. The key, the value. Look at now, the value. What is the value? Object. Okay. What object? The product object. So my intention is instead of writing driver register dot, one more way is to write in this case. Okay, let me show you, sir. Class dot for name. Using class dot for name also can try to perform this operation. Done. For name that throws exception, then right. Okay, so what I can do is pro dot get. 1 minute, sir, please. I'll write like this separately.
Driver
Because written
class.
written type is object kadamma. I want to convert in the string format. Yes. Right. Now this class you can try to pass it, ma'am. Yeah. This class, yes, you can try to pass it like this. For name throws exception. Otherwise, if you want to throw it. Class not found exception will come. So all these are fixed, madam. Once you're writing for name method throws a class not found exception only one time, sir. Once you understand this way. So next, get connection. I want to get the connection, boss. Pro dot. Then username password just say pro dot get property. Right. So what is the property? Driver URL. Get like this. This is the way, madam. So if you want, you can try to get the username and password. Pro dot get property user. Pro dot get pass. You can use it. No, sir, I want root. Yes, you can use it your wish. So I hope you understand how to load the property file into your application. Properties is a data structure. It's having a capability to store the key and value base so that the property file, the driver class name and URL which we get here. How to get that? Load is one method is there. Load method, loading the file into this property file. How to read it? new file input stream. We are trying to reading the file. Okay. DAO, it means that data access object.
Object.
Yes. Now interface config instead of that, just I'm giving DAO. Then you can try to use student DAO. Done. So in this interface, just you can try to write one method boolean